Cool.
Welcome, everyone, to this exciting interview segment. Today, we have the pleasure of sitting down with Laith Wellschlegen, star of the Lifetime movie Christmas in the Spotlight. Join us as we delve into Laith's insights into his character and the challenges of filming this movie. Thank you for being here with us, Laith.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. So, can you tell us a little bit about your character in Christmas in the Spotlight?
Sure. It is basically the story of Miss Swift and Travis Kelce, but we just don't use their names. So it's inspired by these guys just because they have such a magical story. I mean, come on, they're everybody's sweethearts. But my character is Drew Gonville. He probably has the most impressive resume of any wide receiver to ever play professional football. I think it's something like 9 MVPs, like 20 Pro Bowls or something like that. Something very attainable. And
Yeah.
he's been single for all his life, pretty much. Maybe a little bit of a player at some point, and he finds an unlikely romance with one of the world's biggest pop stars, Bowen Sykes, and it's their story of how they navigate um, falling in love while not trying to fall in love in the public eye, keeping it secret from family and friends, and all of the wonderful complications that arise from it. Yeah, it was a really fun movie. And Drew, he's kind of like a puppy dog. Really he's really enthusiastic, always on the positive side. He cares a lot about his friends and family, and he really puts a lot of himself into his team and into everyone who surrounds him. So he's a pretty good guy. But
Yeah.
I will say he does get hurt a little bit too easily, which you guys will come to find when you watch it.
Great. So, and what initially attracted you to your role in this movie? Did you know about the real life
Yeah,
inspiration?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I didn't know the intricacies of their story and how it all began, which I don't know. I don't know if anyone does how it started in the beginning. But yeah, I'm a fan of the Chiefs. My brother and sister-in-law live in Kansas City, so they definitely don't stop talking about their success all the time. So I get to hear about it frequently, and she's always at the games. So I thought it was really cool that I got a shot to audition for this. And I was really lucky. I only auditioned one time, and they said, wow, I guess that's good enough. Let's bring them on. So, yeah, that's how it
Great.
ended up.
Mhm. And what do you think makes this movie so special and captivating?
Sure. In comparison to maybe other Lifetime movies, and I haven't seen them all, but I don't know. I just found that this one it had a lot of heart, and they let us the director and the producers they let us have a little bit more freedom and put a little more. Uh, there was a little more chemistry, physical chemistry. Also, they let us in some of the conflict scenes. They let us really go at it. So it's not cookie cutter and hunky dory all the time. Like we give them a little bit of spice and fire for some of these scenes, which I really liked. And for this one, I will say the supporting cast was phenomenal. So, the character that plays my mom, Bowen's manager, my brother, they are all fantastic actors, and they really help to bring together a solid ensemble. And my little niece steals the show in the movie as well. So it was just a all around solid cast, and I think Lifetime is pushing their boundaries on this one a little bit, giving the audience a little more.
Oh, and please tell me more about the environment on set in this Lifetime set.
Sure. So we filmed in Toronto, Canada, And it was the fun thing about Canada is every commute to set is at least an hour. So that was great. That was great. But everyone on set was super supportive. It's always fun filming a Christmas movie in the middle of summertime, especially when you're wearing heavy winter coats. But it was really great. Everyone was supportive. Even though, gosh, I filmed my coverage in about 12 days, which was lightning fast. They were always so generous to give us however many takes we wanted, try new things, experiment. It was never like, okay, come on, rush, rush, rush. We got to get to the next shot. So I appreciate that. And just having the freedom to experiment and try new things. And also, Jess, my co-star who plays Bowen Sykes, she was so gracious and was always there for me in scenes that she wasn't even in, just to give her insight and feedback and, play around and try new things with me. So we had really great chemistry throughout the movie, and she's awesome, super talented lady.
That's amazing. And what can you tease about your character journey?
My character journey, gosh, you know, I will say, all right, I think everybody can relate to this. When you first get into a relationship, no matter even if you tell yourself, I don't play games, I don't play games, there's always some kind of game going on. You don't, maybe you don't want to text them back right away. Maybe you don't want to completely put yourself all the way out there and open up and make yourself vulnerable. So this character kind of walks that fine line because football players are taught to really express their emotions on the field. No, no, they're not. They got to be tough. They got to be basically an iron gladiator, right? So this is Drew's, his character arc is kind of walking that line, uh, walking out on a limb, experimenting with a potential new love that's so crazy and out there and really taking a chance, because his whole defense mechanism is he's never taken anything seriously. Like it's whatever. Like I don't take my job seriously, my life seriously, like whatever, it's all good. I'm just flowing wherever the wind takes me. And finally in this movie, he finds something that's really worth staking a claim for and fighting for. So you get to see him kind of grow up from a boy into a man.
Amazing. And
Yeah.
how would you describe this movie with three words?
Christmas. What else? Family and hmm, what else? Forgiveness.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, the last question about this movie.
Mhm.
What was your favorite scene or moment while filming it?
My favorite scene. Mm, it's I feel like it's changed every interview I've done, but now that I'm thinking about it today, uh, we we have a scene in our family kitchen where I get confronted by my brother about some business and family matters that are combined, and it gets very, very heated to the point that you wouldn't necessarily expect from a movie of this genre. And so I like how intense they let us go in the scene. Because normally in rom-coms, even if you drowned my household pet, it's okay. I guess I'll get over it. It's all
Yeah.
right. So I like that they let us uh just put some spice on it and really go at each other. It was fun. Dennis and I, the character the guy who plays my brother, he just let it rip. So he was awesome. And then also I gotta mention, I think we broke a record because we have the sexiest puzzle montage I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. I was sitting there looking at the script with Jess, and I'm just like, how are we gonna do this? How do we make puzzles sexy? And somehow we found a way. So that was pretty cool, in my opinion. But yeah, those are probably my favorite scenes.
Amazing. So, change of subject. Uh,
Sure.
this is a question I ask to all the artists I have the pleasure to talk with about your career in general.
Yeah.
What have been some of the most memorable projects you have worked on throughout your career, and why
Oh,
for you?
the most memorable projects. Okay. The first one that comes to mind. So I'm a big I'm a big believer. So I love Jesus. He's my savior. And so I had the pleasure of working as a voice actor on a Lego Bible film. And I've come to find out that kids all over the world, tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands, have watched this movie. And through the movie, they now have a relationship with God. And so I think that is just so awesome. And that's why I'm here on earth, just to kind of help spread the good word and be a blessing to others. So that one was really memorable to me. I will say, next year is going to be a big year for me. I have a few shows coming out, and one of them is one of the biggest Netflix shows of all time. And I am going to be in the finale episode. So stay tuned. It's going to be a great year.
I'm I'm thinking about what could be. Yeah,
Yeah. You will find out soon enough.
great.
Yeah.
Talking about your future project,
Hmm.
I am thinking about another one because it's not Netflix.
Okay.
Okay, it's Paradise from Disney Plus and Hulu.
Yeah. Yeah.
What can you tease about your appearance a little bit? What you can?
I will say that I had the absolute pleasure of working with Sterling K. Brown, watching him work in very heightened emotional scenes where he would just have to go back to back to back. And it was such a pleasure watching him work. He was so gracious, so friendly with everyone. He gave me advice on a few things, and also Julianne Nicholson. She was so talented. But it's a really cool, interesting show, kind of a post-apocalyptic feel that's just got a lot of stuff going on. So I I actually, when they sent me the scripts for the show, I was so entertained. I couldn't wait to read the next one. So I think it's going to be a really great show. Definitely worth tuning into for sure.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah, and although my character doesn't appear too frequently, you will see me pop up from time to time. However, I will not be as charming as Mr. Gonville from Christmas in the Spotlight. So it's in a bit of a different vein for me, but yeah, it's still fun. It's a great show.
It is a challenge, right?
What's that?
Another type of character.
Another type of character. This guy doesn't smile too often.
Okay.
He takes his job very seriously. So yeah.
We will see. So
Yes, ma'am.
so at Survival Shows, we are big fans of Christmas rom-coms. What
All
is
right.
your all-time favorite? Even the
Uh,
old ones.
my all-time favorite Christmas movie or rom-com?
The question would be Christmas rom-coms,
Oh,
but you can
Christmas
choose a
rom.
Christmas movie as well.
Gosh, I'm trying to think. A Christmas rom-com. Um, hmm. Oh, that's a tough one. Okay. Christmas rom-com. The all-time favorite just came to me. Um, it's yeah, it's so it's I would say it's like a dramedy. So a Christmas dramedy. It's got a little bit of both, and it really makes you think. A Family Man with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
Yes.
I love that movie.
A
I
lot of
do.
time.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's my favorite for sure.
This is this the one that you saw every year at Christmas?
I wouldn't say every year, but it's definitely up there for sure.
Great.
Yeah.
So the last question. Can you tease us something about your next project? What you will make after Christmas?
Hmm. Uh, I have, oh, well, my next project that I'm doing in January is something that you will ultimately see during the biggest game that takes place in America.
NFL, right?
You'll
I,
have to,
I think I'm not American, but from what I know.
yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yep, and that's definitely gonna be on the way. So you will see this shining face
Great.
in a month or two.
I'm searching about it.
I don't know if you'll find it anywhere, but you will certainly see it eventually.
Great.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this is it. Make sure, all of you, to quote Christmas in the Spotlight on a Lifetime platform. And thank you, Laith, to join us today.
Thank you for having me. You have such an awesome smile and laugh. I had such a good time. I appreciate
Thank you.
you.
It's a pleasure for me.
I love
And
it.
thank you all for watching. Bye.
See you guys.